Okay, it's running. So fresh off of NCIS the game, this is CSI the game, one of many. Wait, is that the same Telltale that later went on to do all of the Choose Your Own Adventure shit? Earn a trophy. Okay. I'm gonna turn my volume up. Okay, let's do it. Flash bait. What the fuck? Is it gonna do that for each episode? That's fucking weird, and I don't like that. Like we went from like actual footage to this CGI shit. And we're dealing with another explosion.
The place was called Superla Spa. It was a full-service establishment. Massage tables, salon chairs, mud baths, etc. The explosion went off a little after 3. The squad car was 2 blocks away when the place went up, so the fire department was able to respond within 4 minutes. Not that it helped.
Yeah, I never knew this game was on PS3 because I've always played it on the Wii.
The place was fully engulfed by the time they arrived. They were just lucky to keep it contained to just this building.
I didn't know there was a spa down here.
The building's been here since the late 70s, but it's only been a spa since 98. The gentleman in the corner there is Pete Baja. His company owns Superla Spa. I took his statement, but you'll want to follow up with him, too. Have you two met yet?
Here's the thing, I never got past
Not
the first
officially.
episode here.
I'm Sarah Seidel. The team speaks very highly of you.
Do they?
You want to take that interview?
Why not? Thanks for playing.
This is the CSI tutorial. You can turn it off at any time by selecting the option on the tutorial window and enable it again from the options menu. The cursor is used to both navigate and to select. Moving it to the edges of the screen will rotate the camera. When the cursor moves...
Please shut the fuck up.
I'd say we should talk to the guy who owns the spa.
It's a good idea. Let's do that. I can use the D-pad to look at the phone. Neat. But I can use the right stick to... Yeah, that's stuff in NCIS you can't do. That is nice.
Hi, Pedro Baja. Baja, like Baja, California. But call me Pete. Everyone does. Well, almost everyone.
Will's
You in
gonna call
charge
you
of this
Bob.
place, Pete?
I'm the CEO of Miel LLC. It's less impressive than it sounds. It's basically a holding company for a few mom-and-pop style businesses that were worth rescuing when the original owners wanted out. The company owns Superla Spa, what's left of it.
We'll have to notify the claims adjuster when we've released the scene.
Actually, this is kind of embarrassing, but the policy on this place has lapsed.
You let the fire insurance on one of your businesses expire?
It's complicated. We sent them a payment, but they said they didn't get it. Then they wanted us to pay a late fee and raise our premium. I mean, we've done business with them for years, and now they decide to penalize us over a little slip-up? I have some things I need to take care of. Here's my card, at least until the next board meeting. You can reach me at my office.
You're gonna get fired, motherfucker.
It was nice of Mr. Baja to give us his fingerprint like that.
Oh yeah, I'm a badass. Like I said, with this game, you can do whatever the hell you want.
It's not going to work. We should take samples of soot from all around this place to see if we can find traces of an accelerant.
Right. Still need to.
If this thing was on last night, we could have our ignition source. It's hard to tell what this was. Not much left of it. Judging from the charring in the inside of the oven, it was in there for long enough to catch fire.
Yeah.
It's almost like a timed fuse. That could indicate arson, but we'll need a lot more evidence to prove it.
Would be the
I think if we can get one more sample of soot after this one, we'll have enough.
dope.
One mud bath contains a lot more mud than the others. It might just be the way they do it. But the one next to it is filled only up to the line on the side of the tub. That mud is baked solid. We're going to need a way to examine it inside and out, without actually breaking it up and compromising potential evidence. You know, the other day, Catherine was telling me that we have access to an industrial ultrasound device. It sounds perfect for this problem. I'll give her a call.
Now we're living in the future. I'm still waiting for my flying car, but seeing through walls isn't too shabby.
I have a rough idea, but remind me again how the device works.
Just turn it on and point the wand at whatever you want to scan. The sound waves it emits penetrate at different speeds depending on the density of the material.
And the onboard computer translates that into a picture, is that right?
You got it. I don't think I need to tell you to be careful with it, but be careful with it.
Fuck. It smells. Oh, it's a person. A woman.
Does that look like a human body to you?
Yeah, when it's on the
Looks
hand.
like we have a victim after all. I'll call Doc Robbins for a pickup.
Cleaning her off is just the first step. This is going to take a while. I'll give you a call when I have something for you.
Let's head back to the crime scene. See what else we can turn up.
Okay.
We've gathered soot from all over this place. Should be enough.
Um,
Look at how it's burned away from its frame. Drywall is usually fire resistant. Those holes could be there to let more air fan the fire and get to that wooden frame underneath. So far, that's two things that point to arson. We'll need more evidence to be sure.
let's see if I can. Like I said, unlike NCIS, this game doesn't hold your hand. It's like, do whatever you can do. Okay, so I don't have evidence that can. Okay. Oh, so I would need to Yep. Nope.
The soot from the break room contains carbon, acetone, and T-butyl mercaptan. That's the odorant they use in natural gas. Acetone is sometimes used as an accelerant. We should test the rest of the soot we've collected.
Oh.
Lots of carbon, some acetone, and trace amounts of T-butyl mercaptan. That's the second sample of soot to contain acetone. Let's keep analyzing the soot samples we've collected. I think we're onto something.
What happens if I... Okay. Didn't work. But see, it let me try it. NCIS would be like, you can't do that. We won't let you.
It's mostly carbon, but there are traces of volcanic minerals and acetone. The mud at the spa is made of volcanic ash. The acetone is an anomaly. We have acetone, a known accelerant, in samples of soot taken from every room in the spa. That's the third sign of possible arson we've found. I'm almost convinced.
How do I examine the burnt substance?
We need to figure out what caused this fire.
I found it's arson. You fucking piece of shit, bitch. It's like, oh, yay! This would be the proof she needs to fucking like maintain.
There's quite a bit of carbon from where it burned. But there's also wheat flour, tapioca starch, and sodium carboxymethylcellulose. What
Yeah, there
I'm
you go.
not seeing are any animal proteins. You know what? I think this is a vegan pastry of some kind. A muffin from the size of it. Have we looked everywhere? Tested everything? Asked every question we can think of? We must be missing something. I'm just not sure what it could be.
What are they paying you for? Real footage.
Looks like Mr. Baja isn't here, but we could always knock. No answer.
I've looked everywhere. What else?
Look at the crimping along the edges of the split gas line. I'd say it was cut. We've got a gas leak that looks to be the result of tampering. The drywall here's been ventilated to get around its natural fireproofing. And then there's this acetone residue over every inch of the place. Throw a muffin in the toaster oven at 450 degrees. Then just leave it in there without setting the timer. Sounds like a recipe for arson.
Hey there, it's Dr. Robbins. Just wanted to let you know I've completed the autopsy on your burn victim.
Okay.
Hey, Doc, we got your call.
All right, let's begin. Well, her bikini probably left no room for imagination, nor an ID, but I did collect her fingerprints and DNA for you. Take a look at the third-degree burns on your victim's hands and face. You can probably tell that they were above the surface of the mud during the initial explosion and subsequent fire. In addition to the burns to her skin, she suffered thermal injury to her upper airway. She inhaled a substantial amount of smoke and hot gases from the fire. Carboxyhemoglobin levels in her blood exceeded 73%. Cause of death was suffocation due to carbon monoxide poisoning. In a fire that intense, carbon monoxide levels would spike rapidly. She probably fell unconscious pretty quick. Most likely, she slipped under the mud after losing consciousness. Time of death is going to be difficult to determine. Even without the fire, the initial temperature of the mud bath complicates my ability to offer an accurate estimate. I was able to extract samples of the vitreous humor from both eyes. Potassium
Find this
accumulation in
funny,
the
sir?
tissue indicates time of death between 3 and 4 a.m.
That's consistent with when the fire started.
Not exactly, but take a look at this bruising on her arm. Does that look like a handprint to you?
Yeah. Looks like someone grabbed her pretty hard.
From the coloration of the bruising, I'd say it occurred at least 6 to 12 hours prior to death. I certainly find no indication she was lying in that mud over a prolonged period of time.
We need to get a photo of those bruises. My camera's memory card is full. You mind documenting this one?
I'll wait.
There we go.
Nice composition.
That was easier than I thought.
Maybe. Your victim had advanced mesothelioma. It's a type of cancer that attacks the lining of the vital organs. It's thought to be caused most often by exposure to asbestos. It looks as though it was an ongoing problem for her. I discovered indications of a pleurectomy, the removal of the outermost lining of the lungs. From the scar tissue, that surgery probably took place a few years ago. She may have thought she was out of the woods. Unfortunately, I found an active malignancy in her pericardium, the lining of her heart. She didn't have long to live. Well, the pleurectomy obviously suggests at one point she knew she had cancer, but there's no way to know whether she was aware it had recently metastasized to her heart. I ran an expanded tox screen. She hadn't been taking any cancer medications, and I didn't find any tissue damage from possible radiation treatments. I did, however, find evidence of a persistent, dare I say, habitual use of cannabis. You know, a Harvard Medical School study concluded that one of the active chemicals in marijuana, THC, may in fact inhibit the growth of certain tumor classifications, even though it says right there in the press release that the growth of some other tumors might actually be accelerated by THC. A man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest, right? So now the idea that weed cures cancer is spreading far and wide. Anytime.
We need to identify the victim. I'd start with her fingerprints and DNA.
Well. But didn't he give... Okay, so we need to... Aha.
Our victim's not an aphis.
Audio, video. I don't think I need this at all.
She's not in CODIS. Our Jane Doe doesn't seem to be in the system. Maybe Pete Baja knows her.
Hey,
Oh, hey,
Fred.
you two. I just got back. What do you need?
We found an unidentified female victim in one of the mud baths at the spa.
God, Portia. No! Portia Wiseman. She's the manager at the spa. She's the only other one with a key. Just the thought that she might have been in there when it went up. I'm sorry. It's just horrible.
We can't be sure who she is until we get a positive identification.
Of course. Let me lock up here. Oh, Portia. No. What were you doing in there?
Actually, we were hoping you could help us shed some light on that.
Are you a
Would
vegan,
you mind
sir?
answering a few more questions?
Are you an evil vegan?
Sure.
We're going to save this for the next part. This is fun though. Stay again. There's more to do here than in the NCIS game. Making it harder, obviously, but more rewarding, which I appreciate. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.